What's up, everybody? Welcome back to How About This, and we're back in the game now, so we'll do something a little different here.
It has definitely been a while. We have had kind of a crazy past year, so, and if you haven't noticed, we have a lot of food with us, so today is our very first mukbang. I think that's how you say it, mukbang.
I've heard mukbang, mukbang, whatever.
Mukbang. I think that's how you pronounce it. But we have tons of different foods, a lot of strange ones. I was very disappointed with the mistake I made earlier with buying one of these items, but we'll talk about that later.
So we got all these weird foods we found at the Asian market, and they all kind of smell funny, so we're gonna see how well they are. We got some, I guess, 20 questions thing that Stone found online. We're gonna answer just for fun, you know?
Yep, there's actually 50 questions, but some of them are a little strange, so
okay.
We'll do a couple of questions first and then dive into the food in a minute. This is an article, not really an article, more of like a website that I found that says 50 spooky questions to ask your friends to get into the spirit of Halloween. Even though it's March, we're still going to answer some of these questions. My birthday also, so. Let's see, what's a good one? Have you ever said Bloody Mary in front of a mirror?
I don't think I ever have. I think I may have done it once and nothing happened, but I don't recall specific times. How about you?
I never did it personally, but I know that was a big thing in my elementary school. All the elementary kids, like all the kids would be like, oh, we need to say Bloody Mary in the school bathroom. And the teachers were just like, guys, stop, you're wasting your time. Nothing's gonna happen. And the teachers were pretty pissed off at all the students. Like, guys, stop wasting your time. Like, you go to the bathroom, you use the bathroom. I think the teachers were actually scarier than Bloody Mary herself. So
I'm gonna have to do that tonight. Light some candles, make it spooky.
I'm not doing that. And then let's do another question before we dive into the food. Would you spend a full night inside of a haunted house if somebody paid you?
I would do it for free.
I'd do it for the experience.
Let's do it.
But if you want to pay me, I'm not opposed to that at all.
Money's good, but I would do it for free because that would be fun. Okay. What do you want to start with?
Oh, I don't know. The bun. The bun looks good.
This thing?
Yeah, so this is a barbecue bun that we found at the Chinatown market. I don't know what kind of meat's in it.
It's like some vegetables and some meats and stuff.
Oh, they got mushrooms, and I hate mushrooms. I'll just take a bite from this side. There's no mushroom on that side. Oh.
Not bad.
I don't know.
I'll be back. We'll get you,
Oh, no, I'm sure. Oh.
You can just pour it in there. Oh, thank you.
Seriously, I was gonna throw up. That's nasty. I hate that.
Well, it looks a lot better than it is. I think the filling is fine. It's just, I think the bun is...
Everything about it just tastes gross to me. Ugh.
Well, pour some of that juice.
Yeah, so we got some... I'm more of a sweet juice. We got this like grape juice. I think it's juice. I'm a coward when it comes to trying gross food. Because if it tastes nasty, I won't eat it. But I'm trying.
I wanted to do balut eggs.
No.
But I couldn't find them. That's the like overdeveloped like duck or chicken fetus. That's actually not that bad. I had some a couple years ago, and I went back for seconds.
This is pretty good. I like the sweet. It's like not like a grape juice.
It reminds me of the stuff my grandma would give me, like little gelatin cups.
It kind of tastes like a melted otter pop to me. I'm gonna put a little bit more.
I'm enjoying the filling of this stuff. But
I can't. Everything about that just.
The dough wasn't that good.
Everything about that was nasty. The minute it touched my mouth, ugh, gross. Do we want to try another one before moving on?
No. Let's see. Want to try one of the ramen?
Sure, yeah, let's do ramen.
Okay, which one?
Let's go with the bigger one first.
Bigger one,
So
okay.
this ramen right here, It's called Big Soup, Big Taste. Artificial hot and sour pork bone flavor.
Pork bone.
So,
Hey, bottoms up.
I don't like that. I'm gonna move you over there. I love ramen.
Oops.
And I love sour and spicy. Maybe we should have got like something to.
Oh well, we'll get it. Oop, oop. Ah!
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
A little bit more because I missed out on that.
I made a mess of myself.
Yeah, me too. Oh, all the noodles came out.
It's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna offer some to my wife who's just sitting off screen, just looking at us all.
Yeah, this is really good. It's not too spicy, even though it says hot and sour. I can taste a little bit of the sour. I like this one a lot, yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Do you want to do the other ramen too?
Sure. I've had this stuff before, and it's actually, I really like this stuff.
It's my favorite.
It's this stuff, way, or why, I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Is this one spicy?
It is, it can have a little bit of a kick. I'm not, like, I don't think it does, but.
I'm not sure. I like the other one better.
I love this stuff.
Maybe it's just because the noodles I got didn't have enough, like, seasoning on the other. I'm gonna try it again. Wow.
And the reason why I love it so much is it's just gotta be jam-packed with MSG.
Yeah, I prefer the first ramen better.
Yeah, they're both good.
I like it.
All right, maybe we'll do another question. Let's do a couple more questions. Have you ever used a Ouija board, and what happened?
I've never used a Ouija board myself, but I do know someone who did use a Ouija board. Someone I met a couple years ago. He said he used it, and it started spilling like these secrets that one of his friends has, or one of his friends who did it with him. I guess it wasn't secrets that the friend had, but it was the secrets of like his family, like things his dad and mom did. And then kind of word got out of these things that happened, and then these secrets, and then the family moved shortly after. So I don't know, but that's just what I heard. Someone told me that.
I've never used a Ouija board. I'm pretty open to trying new things, but I don't think I would ever play with a Ouija board, especially with someone who's inexperienced with it, because I don't want to be like pulling in evil spirits from the other realm, the other side, and not knowing what to do, you know. So I don't think I would ever play with a Ouija board, but I'm pretty open to most things. But
I'm super down to play a Luigi board. Can I get one from my local witch or a vegan?
Okay, this next one's pretty fun, and I'll probably give you. You might have to think about this one a little bit, but I have a story for this one ready. But the next question is, have you ever had an unexplainable experience with the supernatural?
Well, I think I got a few stories. I'm trying to think of one to tell. Let's see here. I guess there's this quick one I had about I served an LDS mission in California a couple years ago, and I call this story the cursed duck. It's kind of funny, it's weird, but when I first started and went out and served that mission, my trainer, the guy who kind of taught me the ropes, showed me the ropes and things, had this little like porcelain duck that had like this like fuzzy stuff on it, and he said it was a gift from his trainer, and he kept it stored on his desk in a noose made out of paper clips, and he or I guess at the time when he first got the duck, he really didn't want it. He was planning to throw it away, but he kind of grew attached to it. And then he started hearing like the sound of little children in the bedroom next to him when he was out in like the living room of the apartment we were in. And he could never really figure out why he heard those sounds of those kids. And then he passed it down to me, of course. And at first I was like, I don't want it. But I kept it, a little keepsake. And then things were calm until I moved to a new area to work in. And I got to that area, and the person I was with, he hated the duck. He's like, I don't like this thing, it's weird. And so he took it, and he took a piece of string and tied it into a noose and hung the duck from a lamp. And I thought that was kind of weird because he didn't know about the noose that my trainer had. But I was like, I thought nothing of it, or whatever. And then one night we started hearing like things opening, like cupboards opening and closing. We heard things kind of rustling in the living room. And the next morning we came out and there was a little storage closet on our patio, and we keep the door locked since we didn't really have anything in there. We didn't have any need to get in there. But the door was wide open, and we're like, that's weird, it was locked. And so my companion immediately was like, yo, it's that duck. That duck is cursed. And so he took it and threw it into a fireplace and he like soaked it in hand sanitizer and tried to burn it. And it was like, we thought it was like porcelain, it's not gonna burn, and it didn't. And then we're like, okay, whatever. And then after that, the next night, things went wild. Like we heard like doors or cabinets slamming shut, opening and closing and stuff really hard, and it scared the crap out of us. We were freaked out. So we looked at each other and it's like, it's got to be the duck. And he went out, took a hammer to it and smashed it in a bunch of tiny little pieces. And then when we went out, the commotion had stopped, but all the cabinet doors were open and things. And so he took the little pieces of the duck and he threw it in the fireplace and lit it on fire, and this time everything burned. Everything burned to like ashes, and it was the wildest thing. And then what happened after that? We had another night where things kind of went crazy, and then things kind of like died down and stopped. And then the time came for him to leave, and then I started training a new guy, and he found this teddy bear that we didn't know was there before behind this couch. It was a big old teddy bear. I don't know how we missed it. And then he picked it up. I told him a bit about the story, and he's like, I bet the spirit went into this teddy bear. And so he took an old bike tire, made a noose out of the bike tire, and I didn't tell him about the noose at all. And then he hung the teddy bear up from some like blinds or something. And nothing really crazy happened then, but I was told in the future by other people who stayed at that apartment that there was something weird there. They would get these weird feelings. The apartment would be unusually cold. They'd hear little things from there. So that's my story, I guess.
So my story also comes from my mission. I served an LDS mission in Latvia, and the missionaries worked really closely with the local leaders, like the church leaders in the area. And one time, the president, branch president, he's over the entire area, told us that there was this one member of the congregation who had been in the hospital or something, and he wanted us to go and check on them and see if they needed anything or if we could provide any kind of service or like bring any kind of food or whatever. So we went to visit this person, and they lived in this really sketchy area of the capital city of Riga, and that's where missionary stories happen. Yeah. So we went to visit the member. They weren't home, or they probably didn't hear us, or I just remember that they never answered the door. So we're like, okay, well, we're in the area. Let's go see if we can find any people to teach, or if anyone's interested in learning about Jesus. And so we went to this building across the street. And the way that we kind of did this was we'd go to the very top floor of the apartment buildings, and then we'd knock on every door until we reached the bottom to just to see if there was anyone who was interested in learning about Jesus and the church. And so we go to the top floor. We take the elevator all the way to the top floor. We knock on all of the doors. No one answers. So we're like, okay, well we'll go down to the next floor. We take the stairs down to the next floor. We knock on. So there on this side of the stairway there were 2 apartment doors, and then on the other side there were 2 apartment doors. And then next to the ones on this side there was an elevator. So we knock on these doors over here. No one answers. We knock on the far door on this side. No one answers. And then we go to knock on the door right by the elevator. And right as we're about to knock, we hear, it sounded like someone was whispering right behind us. So we turn around to see, like, maybe somebody opened their door and they were wondering why we were knocking. No one was there. And so we just looked at each other, like, okay, that was a little strange. And then we go to knock on the door again, and we hear the whispering. It's very like we couldn't tell what the words they were saying. It was just like very hush, very whisper, like this. Pss, 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 pss. But we looked at each other again, and we just immediately got this terrible feeling that we needed to get out of there. And so we looked at each other, and we're just like, no, we're leaving. And we hopped on the elevator, and we left. We went back home because we were terrified, and it was just like this unexplainable feeling of dread, just like something bad was going to happen if we didn't get out of there. And I don't know what it was, but it just felt evil. So it was pretty scary.
Well, some wild stuff out there. We'll have to do another episode with like some other stories, because I've got a few others that have happened. And
Yeah, me too.
so
Should we try some more food then?
yeah, what do you want?
I'll let you. Well, actually, I want to try. I've been eyeing these. Actually, I'm gonna try these ones. They're called takoyaki balls. I call them octopus balls because there's an octopus on the package. I think it says.
Blinking red on the screen or down here?
It should be doing like what? Hold on, let me see.
I'm just making sure that.
Oh yeah, it's recording.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted.
Anyway,
So these are the octopus balls. They're flavored corn snacks. I think they're kind of like Cheetos, but not cheese flavored. I don't know what flavor they are. Maybe they're octopus flavored because there's an octopus on the.
kaboom.
It smells interesting. So,
Yeah, kind of like a.
I like that.
That's weird. It's not bad. It's weird. For some reason, I'm like getting ketchup vibes from this, from the flavor.
I like it. It's kind of tangy, savory. I like it.
I like that.
Maybe that's what octopus
It's
tastes
interesting.
like.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not something I would eat just snack on myself. But it's not awful. I'm having more of this. This is good.
I like the ramen. Is there another food that you want to try before we move on with questions?
Got these seaweed chips. I assume that's what they are. Because everything is in a language I cannot read.
We got these at the Chinatown Market in Salt Lake. It's a really cool place. And we got some really yummy looking ones too. More sweet. We also got really strange ones over there too.
He's not looking forward to these.
Okay. Later on that one.
Okay.
Ooh, I love seaweed. Ooh, what is this? Kind of crispy.
I don't taste anything except for the faint, essence of fish.
Yeah, this tastes a lot like seaweed, like what you get with sushi. Maybe an unsalted potato chip too.
Yeah. I think I'd prefer these over those octopus balls.
I like the octopus balls better. I like the octopus balls better because they actually have kind of a flavor to them. Yeah. Cool.
No, I thought it was okay.
I'm gonna more of the octopus balls. All right.
Can you pass me over the grape juice?
All right. I'll ask one more question and we'll do some more food after that. Let's see. Which horror movie scarred you for life? Well, I think for me, I'm not really scared of horror movies. I think I've been desensitized to scary movies. But I do remember this one time when I was maybe 9 or 10 years old. My mom used to work from home. She was able to work remotely from home. And she had an office in our downstairs, and it was right next to the TV room. Like, whenever I'd have a question, I'd go and ask her, like, oh, can I go play with my friends, or can I go do this, or do that, or whatever. I can't remember what question I had to ask her, but, oh my gosh, this is so bad, because so my mom, like, she would watch movies from time to time when she wasn't working, and she'd just be spending time in the office. And she had rented the movie called Dead Silence. And if you've seen it, unless you don't like scary movies, it's kind of a dumb movie in my opinion. It's not that well put together. But I had gone in to ask her a question, and right when I go in, I'm like, "Oh, hey, Mom," and right when I go in, I look at the TV, and I guess the scariest part of the movie, like, I think it was the ghost lady. I don't remember her name, but like, she popped up on the screen. I'm like, "Hey, Mom!" Ah! And I ran out of there, and I was terrified. I was terrified. But a few years later, I watched the movie, and I'm like, this movie's so dumb. Also, another movie that scarred me was Return to Oz, even though it's not a horror movie. It's terrifying.
If I had to pick a movie that messed me up more than others, would probably be The Fourth Kind. That one. It's a pretty stupid movie, and the plot is super fake, even though they pretend it's real, but the way they present the story is so, creepy. They'll have, the dramatized version, and then during certain scenes, intense scenes, they'll have, actual archived footage of the event playing alongside it. And just some of the things that happen in the archived footage is just super freaky. And when I watched it for the first time, I was just like, okay, that's probably fake, but what if it was real? What if all that stuff that they have is actual footage of stuff that happened? That's freaking crazy. That's nuts. So that movie messed me up for a while. And I've got a thing with aliens that are I'm your local conspiracy theory nut on aliens. But yeah, that movie messed me up for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember we watched that after you were telling us about it. Oh man, it was crazy.
I'm trying to get my wife to watch it, but she's not. She doesn't like owls.
And owls play
Oh yeah, the owls were so creepy.
Oh yeah.
Owls are creepy birds.
I'm thinking I want to get the sausages out of the way. Oh,
Okay.
man. Okay, so I didn't know that. The thing is, I hate fish. I mean, I like some seafood, like crabs, and
You can ask.
I like seafood like crabs and shrimp and lobster. I hate fish though, and these are made out of fish paste and cheese.
Pollock.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. You can both do it.
Kind of cold. Oh. Oh.
I didn't like that at all.
Oh. I'm sorry. I couldn't. It's gross.
I'm trying to swallow it, but my body won't let me do it.
I think my body has this instant gag reflex with fish and anything gross.
It's weird.
And this is our attempt at a mukbang.
It's got the consistency of cornbread on a corn dog.
I don't like that.
So
I don't-
It's got this red consistency.
I thought it was gonna be pork or chicken, but no.
Wanna take a bite? It's something else, I tell you.
I hated that. Oh, and I'm not looking forward to that next one over there. Oh, that's nasty.
I'm just waiting for my wife to take a bite. Come on, you coward.
It's gross, isn't it? I think it's nasty.
It's kind of weird.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's not the worst thing I've ever eaten. She's spitting it into the trash can.
It's gross.
It's not the worst thing I've had.
Bad.
It's definitely not something I would enjoy.
I think one that I'm excited to try is this. Actually, let's do that one for later. These ones, I think these are dongo, but you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to eat them on skewers or toothpicks, but they didn't come with any. So these are like little rice cakes. Yeah, it says rice cake on the back, and they're multicolored. I think that they're the same flavor, but let's give it a try. I guess scissors.
Come on,
Give me some scissors.
Mr. Muscleman. Thank you, Shelby.
All right.
There
I'll
you
take
go.
the green one.
I'll go with
Looks like they're covered in
red.
like sugar.
I'll take a.
It's all right. There's like this weird kind of like taste that's like floating above all the other ones.
Yeah.
It's an almond taste.
Yeah, I think like with all the other flavors that we've tried, this kind of just messing with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Definitely not my favorite so far. I think my favorite that we've tried, probably the octopus balls.
Honestly, I think that might be worse than the
The
sausages,
Sausage.
to me at least. As soon as it started clearing my mouth, I started getting more of the flavor.
Oh, it tastes like sesame seeds.
All right,
Should we move on to questions or do another food?
let's try a new question, and then
Okay.
we'll jump to food.
All right. Which unsolved murder fascinates you the most?
Unsolved murder.
I have one if you.
thinking.
Well, this one isn't necessarily a murder. It's speculated it might have been a murder, but it's just a mystery completely. I think it was her name was Elisa Lam. She was the woman who her body was found in a water tank at that hotel, and I think it was in California or something. And the last footage, the last footage of her was like on an elevator. Maybe we can find like a clip of it to include in the video. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take a look
But-
and see if we can find it.
It's just like it's very strange. Like she's playing on the elevator, or like she's like trying to escape someone on the elevator, and that's the last time anyone ever saw her alive. And a little while later, the hotel guests were like complaining that the water had this weird taste and this weird smell, and they found her dead body in the water tower of the hotel. And I don't know if it was a murder or if she just ended up there and she drowned. It's just a complete mystery. So that one I think is probably the one that fascinates me the most.
I'm trying to think. I don't follow true crime as much as like other stuff. I'm trying to think of ones that are like actual like murders and not like something that's unproven. I like vaguely remember hearing the story of a guy who he was at like a bar or something with some friends. He was like a engineering student, and he was he just kind of like left the bar, and no one knew exactly what happened to him. I can't remember the name of the guy, and the like some of the bar patrons or something said they saw him like leave by one of the side doors near the construction site, but no one has found his body, and no one has heard from him since, and his like girlfriend was looking for him. I think he may have like made a phone call that was kind of weird sounding right before he disappeared, but I can't remember like the full details and the names and stuff. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I think I know what one you're talking about. Yeah.
And I remember reading something about it or watching something on YouTube about it, but I can't remember the details and stuff. But yeah, I guess that's my entry for that one.
That one's a little... It makes you have to think.
Yeah, I just don't follow true crime as much as some other creepy stuff.
Okay, and here's a good one. In a zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice?
Ooh, my weapon of choice would be something like melee focused, like a sword or an axe or something. Something that doesn't require ammunition and like aiming. I can just like swing and hit a zombie in the head. I feel like that would be way more effective than having to stock up on ammunition and having to always, you know, point and shoot, aim and stuff like that. Just walk up to him and just boom, just like real unga bunga caveman stuff.
I think I'm kind of along the same lines there. I wouldn't choose like a gun or a crossbow or a bow and arrow or anything like that because I have really bad like hand-eye coordination and I'm bad at aiming. I think in the zombie apocalypse, my weapon of choice would be a mace. You know, like the one like where it's like the spike ball on a chain, you just swing it around. I think that would be the coolest weapon to have. And
Helicoptered around him.
all right, do you want to try more food?
Sure. What do you want to do? We got the unidentified animal
I don't want
parts.
to. I don't want. I know I'm gonna have to
You
spit
can
that
do
out.
the purple cheese cake.
Yeah,
things.
let's do that. Let's do these.
Okay.
I like these. So these are special ube puto. I don't know if we can say that. That's what it says on the thing, and it says with cheese. So ube.
With cheese.
Ube is like a purple yam, and it's supposed to be really sweet.
And puto, something else in another language.
And I really like. I really like ube flavored things, so I think I'm gonna like this. I hope. They look like little cupcakes.
Like a slice of American cheese on the top.
It smells sweet. Itadakimasu.
It's not bad. Gotta get the cheese.
It is kind of sweet.
I don't know what the cheese adds. It tastes fine.
I like that.
I don't know what the cheese is for. It doesn't like add or take away from anything.
I think it smells better than it tastes. I think it smells better than it tastes.
Oh yeah, it smells really good.
But
It tastes fine.
this is pretty good. I like it.
That's not bad. I just don't know what the cheese is for. I can hardly taste it at all.
I think the cheese is probably supposed to just add like a little bit of color
It's purple. There's plenty of color.
to make it pop. Pop, pop. Pop, pop!
It's not bad.
That's really good.
Not bad at all.
I kind of want to try this. The hot sauce.
Oh,
So, a while back, I went to the Chinatown market and I got some ramen noodles that were the same brand as this. And I took like 2 bites. They were lethal. It was so hot. But I thought maybe it would be fun to try the hot sauce, see what it's like. So I got us some
Spoons.
okay. We're going straight. Let's do it.
choose your weapon.
I have the power!
Okay, let's see. Ooh.
A lot.
I hope that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna ready some. Oh jeez.
Smells like it's got some spice to it. It's chicken flavor. So, you're going with a lot. I'm not gonna be crazy like that.
You want some of this?
Sure.
Oh, it's spilling over a little bit. Ah, no! I spilled some of it into the trash can. That's okay, there's still a lot left on the spoon.
Okay. Give me a little bit more. Just so I can say I'm not a coward.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, jeez. Oh! Mm. Wow.
Oh, okay. That's getting me.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying.
That's not so bad right now, but that will be definitely painful coming out later.
I had a lot more than he did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Give me one of them. These. No, that's not what I wanted. This.
Yeah, it's got some
Oh, jeez.
kick to it.
Oh!
Just so I can be more like you. I had to take a little bit more.
Okay, let's see. What do we have left? We have mystery meat. I'm not looking forward to that. We might have to reheat that again. It's been out for a while. Kimchi, plum jelly, these things, the drinks, and then we got the Dragon Ball sparkling water. But you wanted to answer more questions, or?
Yeah, let's answer a question. Let the heat simmer for a second.
Okay. If you had to chop off a piece of your body, what would you choose?
My hair. Does that count?
That's not true.
Yeah, and your hair would grow back. Does it have to be like, can it be any part of your body, or?
Let's make it something that can't grow back.
So I'm thinking if I had to choose to cut off a piece of my body, it'd probably be my pinky toe, because, you know, it's not really needed, you know? It doesn't really serve a purpose, so.
I'd give you my my appendix, or throw my tonsils in there. Why not? Go take them both, because they'll kill me if I keep them in too long, I guess.
Okay. This is a good one. If you like slasher films, I don't know if you've seen any slasher films, but
I've seen some slashes.
which horror movie murderer did you, or no, not murderer, which horror movie murder did you find the most disturbing?
Oh, I remember. I haven't seen a Saw movie all the way through, but I do remember one specific game that they played. I can't remember what Saw movie it was, but it was like two guys, and they had like the saw blade in the middle of them, and they were like in like the public square. There's like people watching them, and the saw blade started spinning, and they could either push the blade into one another. Oh, thanks. Like they would use their legs, and they would have to push the blade into one or another, or they could leave it stay in the middle. But they had this girl that they both were interested in being slowly lowered onto the blade, so they either had to kick the blade into one or the other, or let the blade kill the girl. So that one was pretty messed up. I remember just like, oh my goodness, that one's messed up.
That's crazy. I've never seen any of the Saw movies, but I know the premise. I don't think I'll ever watch them though. Mine would be from the original Scream, you know, the good one. The first Scream movie was the best, in my opinion. It was genuinely good. And the rest of them were just progressively worse. In the original Scream movie, there's this scene where the main character's best friend is like, they're at a party, and she goes into like the garage to get a beer or something, and the ghost face killer ends up being there, and she's like, oh, because everyone's getting murdered, she doesn't think it's the real Ghostface. She thinks it's someone just trying to play a prank. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're Mr. Ghostface Killer. You're gonna have to kill me now. And then, like, he pulls out a knife, an actual knife, and I think he, like, cuts her or something. And then she realizes, oh, crap, this is the real murderer. And then she tries to escape. And for some reason, there's, like, this doggy door in the garage door. Like, I'm like, you know, the one that lifts up. I don't know why. Well, obviously it's there for the cinematic reasons, so she could die. But she tries escaping through there, but she gets about halfway through, and the garage door starts lifting up, and she's stuck between the doggy door and the garage door, and then she's killed. And I just thought that was like, that would be pretty terrifying to die that way. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so what next?
Let's get the mystery meat done with.
Mystery meat, okay.
I know I'm gonna hate this.
No idea what this is. I just saw it at the store. I think it's some sort of bird, but
I don't know if I can do it.
you can do it.
Oh, I can't.
Okay, here we go.
So if you can do it, I can do it.
Oh, my wife's gonna join in. Okay.
I don't want to do that. You can take my spot. You take my spot. I don't
No,
want.
you eat it.
Come on.
I'll eat a little bit.
2 for 1. The count is 1. Okay, ready, go. It's not all bad.
I ate it. I ate a bite.
I don't know if you saw us eat it, but it's not bad. It's not like my favorite.
It kind of tastes like chicken. It might be chicken.
It's like all bone.
I think that this is a lot better than. Because at first I thought, okay, the barbecue bun looks pretty good, sounds pretty good. Bad, and I was dreading eating this. But this is a lot more bearable than that. On that bun.
all bone.
Yeah, there's hardly any meat on it. But if I had to buy this again, I think you actually paid for this one.
Yeah, I did.
If I had to go, I wouldn't get this again. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not the best, but it's good enough.
Do you want to try the kimchi?
Oh yeah, that one's the one that I'm kind of like, eh.
So kimchi is cabbage. I believe it's pickled cabbage or fermented cabbage or some kind of. It's cabbage, but it has like this red sauce. It has this red sauce. I think I've had it before. I don't know. Let's smell it.
I heard it smells bad, and it's
Smell it.
oh, that's not so bad. It's like almost smells like salsa.
Should I? Yeah.
I'm gonna use this.
A little bit. A little piece. Come on. I don't want a huge one. I just want to.
Go with the big one.
There we go. 3, 2, 1. Not too bad.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You don't like it?
Ugh. I don't like that at all. I have to wash that out. Oh, yeah, I think that was probably the worst.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah,
Okay.
not a fan. You think we got nothing but good stuff left?
Yeah, we got sweets and our sparklings. Maybe we could try one of these. Do you want to try the orange one first, pear or grape? Which one do you want to try first? Because I think maybe we can just share. We can share them.
Well, yeah, you've got the orange one, so let's just bust that open and see what.
I think. It's kind of like an orange creamsicle, and it has like a chewy chewy coconut flavor in it, like coconut. And this one is pear, peach and pear. I'll pour a little bit of it out. There. Pear.
Got clogged.
Yeah. I think the orange one tastes better than the pear one.
No, pear just doesn't really have a strong flavor either way.
And then this one's grape. I like grape.
Grape's good.
Oop. That one also got clogged. Yeah, and it has like little slices of coconut jelly in there. I think the orange one is my favorite.
I really like this grape one. This grape one's probably my favorite.
Okay.
Let's do one more question before moving on to the final. We got the final treat, the plum jelly, and our Dragon Ball sparkling waters. Okay, let's find a good one. Okay, okay, this one's probably perfect for us. How long do you think you would last in a horror movie?
Probably not long. I'd probably be the guy just, do you hear that? I'm gonna go look, and then just get offed right there.
I'd like to think that it'd last long, but I don't know, in stressful situations, I panic, and I think I probably won't be one of the first to die. I wouldn't last in a horror movie.
Yeah, I don't think it would last very long. I think we're just too stupid.
All right, let's give And there's a lot. Ooh, there's a lot of them in here. Let's see. Okay. So they come in these individual little packets, and it says plum jelly. I thought it was apple. Shelby, do you want one? Oop.
You hit my child in the head.
Sorry, Michael. Or I don't know if you want your child's name on the internet. Sorry, unnamed child. Okay.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's an interesting. Do you just slurp it up then? Or?
Jello, more like hello.
Okay.
Oh, and it looks like there's a little piece of the plum right in there at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really like it.
It doesn't really taste like anything. It's just flavorless Jello.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a flavor to it.
My fingers smell like those sausages. Ugh.
Yeah, and the plum, it's a little strange tasting at the bottom. I wish I had like hand sanitizer, but I don't know. And now, as we have these ones left, yours is the orange. So these are Dragon Ball themed sparkling water. Mine is the vanilla flavor. It has Vegeta on it.
And
I got my boy Goku and the orange. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not a big fan of sparkling water. I'll just...
This one tastes pretty good.
Overflown.
I like this. It tastes kind of like a cream soda.
It's like... Oh, well, it reminds me something of like a diet orange drink.
I like this one. I think I'd probably get this one again because it does taste kind of like a cream soda to me, vanilla flavored. Yeah, it's good.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. It's like a less intense orange soda.
And you know, I think that's all the questions that we have. I don't think I can eat any more of this food.
Go for another one of these. You should.
I mean, it was better than the bun, but I'm not gonna eat it. Oh, ooh, none of this. I'll eat the. I think out of all of these, dang it! I think out of all of these, my favorite one is probably the octopus balls and the orange, whatever this is. I can't read that. Or fruit flavored drink, orange.
I'd say one of the ramen would be my favorite. And then those seaweed chips weren't bad. And this unknown bird meat is actually pretty good too. So, bottoms up, I guess.
yeah.
Thanks for joining us for our first ever mukbang, whatever you call it. And we hope to do more videos in the future. In the coming months, I should have more time to do videos, so that'd be great.
Hopefully we have, I've got some places in mind I want to go to do like ghost hunts and stuff, but we'll see how those go. But let us know if there's anything you want us to try, any like creepy, scary video games you want us to play, or places you want us to go and look at. So,
And if we do another mukbang, you can also recommend whatever foods you want us to try. So.
sweet. Awesome. Okay, like and subscribe for more of this stuff, and you guys have a great day.
See ya.